Live from Plainfield High School, it's Indiana High School boys basketball as the Plainfield High School Quakers are set to take on the Bloomington North High School Cougars. Plainfield enters tonight 1-1 on the season, losing in blowout fashion against rival Avon, but picking up a solid win last week against Whiteland. They have a good opportunity to get their second win of the year tonight against the Cougars, who are thus far 2-2 on the year. Good evening, I'm JP Sinclair, and this is AudioSportsOnline.net coverage of Plainfield basketball. Last time out against Whiteland, it was a very impressive showing from the young guns on the team, including sophomore Max Kurkowski and freshman Nathan Mills. We talked about them a little bit on the McDonald-Hendricks County Sports Show this week. You can catch that on AudioSportsOnline.com. We talked about them because of the young and, for starters, when you see a freshman or a sophomore starting on a varsity team, it kind of goes to show how good they are for starters. And secondly, because of the fact that not only are they starting and they're young, but they're also really, really good. Kurkowski and Mills have both been very impressive thus far on the year. Just taking a look at what they have both done already this year, Kurkowski himself is averaging 13 points per game, as well as 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block a game. Those are some very impressive, solid numbers right across the board for Kurkowski, who's only a sophomore. And then you look at Mills. He's averaging 11 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game as well, and he's only a freshman. And those are the 2 leading scorers thus far on the year for Plainfield. Bobby Jensen has also been a very solid player for the Quakers down low, playing that kind of center position. He's averaging 9 points per game, as well as about 9 rebounds per game and an assist. So, very impressive numbers for Plainfield. The problem is they just need to be completely consistent, and that's where it gets challenging, particularly for a young team, is to have consistent performances night in, night out. For Bloomington North, their 2 leading scorers are right up there, in Grant Sims and also Sekou Jallo. Sims is averaging close to 17 points per game with 7 rebounds, 2 assists per game, a steal per game. And Jallo is averaging right behind him 16 points per game with 5 rebounds per game, 3 assists, and a steal himself. So those are 2 players that Plainfield is definitely going to have to look to slow down in this one. AudioSportsOnline.net coverage of Plainfield basketball is brought to you by Plainfield Self-Storage. It's located on North Carr Road. They feature 24-hour access and lighted secure storage. Plainfield Self-Storage office hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 until 5. You can stop in or call 838-7027 for more information. Jensen Pools and More, the Backyard Place, located just 1 mile north of Heartland Crossing on Highway 67 in Canby. They have everything for all your swimming pool needs, from above-ground to in-ground pools. Jensen sells and installs them all, and during the winter months, they offer mattresses direct from the factory of King Coil, a leading manufacturer of American-made mattresses. Queen set starting at $329, king set starting at $429. Guaranteed lowest prices around. Jensen's Pools is located at 7302 South Kentucky Avenue in Canby, or you can visit them online at jensenpools.com. Quick shout out going to Foxy Roxy in Wisconsin. That's Max Kurkowski's aunt. We talked a little bit about him in the pregame show. That's one of the great things about AudioSportsOnline.com and our coverage of not only Plainfield High School basketball and athletics, but also others around the state, including, among others, Brownsburg and also Decatur. You can always go back and take a look at some of the previous games that they've also had, because they offer archived coverage of those games as well from the broadcast. But tonight it'll be an interesting one between Plainfield and Bloomington, as we are live tonight for this one. It'll be archived and up later. So if you know someone that wants to see the broadcast but can't make it live, that's okay. They can always check out the archive cast. But let's go and take a look at the keys to the game. As we talked about, It's going to be slowing down the pair of seniors for the Cougars, and Grant Sims and Sekou Jallo. They're both scoring nicely for them. I mean, like we talked about, Sims is averaging 17 points per game, while Jallo adds 16. And the Quakers are definitely going to have to slow them down to have a chance in this one. And, I mean, we just, you didn't see it, but I just saw it. The JV game was a very, very close one, went right down to the wire. And if that's any indication, we're in for a good one tonight. The other thing is the hot hand. We talked about this even last broadcast. Whoever's got the hot hand for Plainfield, they really need to capitalize and try and get them to orange. Whether it's Kurkowski, who was on fire against Whiteland, Sims, who had a very solid game as well, or even if it's one of the seniors in Jensen or Mayberry, whoever's got the hot hand, you have to look to capitalize and try and set them up for easy buckets, because you're going to need all the buckets that you can get against this Bloomington North basketball team that averages close to 50 points per game. Because Plainfield themselves, I mean, they average 49 points per game. So it'll be very interesting, I think, going into this one based on how these two match up, at least offensively. So that'll be something to keep an eye on, is the overall score of this game. I imagine it'll be a pretty close one. A pretty nice-sized crowd tonight, too, considering the fact the winter storms have rolled in. And definitely a lot of snow was covering on the ground as the Cougars take to the court wearing their maroon uniforms with the gold lettering. The student section, as usual, is in full array. This time wearing what looks to be a lot of Christmas outfits. I see a lot of elves and Santas down there with plenty of Santa hats. So it looks like they've come out on a nice Saturday to be able to support their Plainfield Quakers. So it'll definitely be a good one, I think, just because I think these two teams will match up pretty well. I mean, even just looking at, neither team really has a size advantage. Caleb Farrell is a 6'5", and they also have C.J. Nolting for Bloomington North. Those are two very big bodies. Both of them close up to 200 pounds. But, Plainfield doesn't exactly have a lot of size themselves. I mean, their biggest players, Bobby Jensen and Max Kurkowski. And Max Kurkowski, despite his 6'5" frame, he's not really so much of a front court player as much as he is either whether you want to call him a stretch four or just someone that's spaced the floor, because he will hit the outside shot. As Plainfield's taking the court now, wearing their blue warm-ups. Looks like they'll be wearing their white home uniforms underneath. But we'll go ahead and take a quick step away as we get set for the national anthem. You're listening to AudioSportsOnline.net coverage of Plainfield High School Quaker basketball.
A 6'3" senior number 12, Sekou Jallow. A 6'5" junior number 31, Caleb Farrell. A 6'2" senior number 33, Tyler Truesdale. And a 6' junior number 43, Connor Basie. The head coach of the Cougars is Andrew Hudson, assisted by Tim Hudson, Levi Carmichael, and Jordan Basie. And now the starting lineup for your Plainfield Quakers. Starting at 5'9" senior number 3, James Mayberry. A 6' junior number 11, Garrett Patton. A 6'5" sophomore number 31, Max Kurkowski. A 6'4" freshman number 40.
Welcome back to Plainfield High School. Go ahead and take a look at the starters for you. Let's take a first look at Bloomington North. Starting for them, Grant Sims down out there in the backcourt. He's a 6'3", 177 senior guard. Joining him in that backcourt, as we talked about, one of their leading scorers is Sekou Jallow, a 6'3", 175 senior guard. Down in the front court for the Cougars is going to be Caleb Farrell, a 6'5", 185 junior forward. And then also down there is going to be Tyler Truesdale, 6'2", 184 senior forward. And then defending the low block will be Connor Basie, a 6', 221 junior. Definitely a big size down there for them as we get set for the tip. We'll get the Plainfield starters in just a second. Tip is controlled by the Cougars. Pretty much the same as we saw last time out against Whiteland. Max Kurkowski's out there with Jensen, Nathan Mills, Patton, and Mayberry. Quick three from the left side, no good. Rebounded down low by Jensen. He gets it ahead to Mayberry. Mayberry looks to push, looks over the left side for Patton. Patton looks to go back up front, whistled down low. It'll be a holding foul, looks like, down there on Connor Basie. That's his first, team's first. Jensen will inbound for the Quakers. Looks for Mayberry coming off the screen. Can't find him. Looking. Will throw it into Mills. It's Kurkowski's the one that comes up with it after Mills couldn't handle it. Now near side is Mayberry. He looks to reset the offense at the top of the key. Now goes far side with it. Looks at the top for Kurkowski on a cut. And it'll be out of bounds. Last touched by Sekou Jallow. Jensen to inbound. Looks in the backcourt, finds Mayberry, who will reset the offense. Crossing the timeline. He's guarded closely by Jallow. Looks over for Patton. Now entry pass down to Mills. And a foul down low, offensive foul. It's on Bobby Jensen. That's his first, team's first. Basie controls, gets it ahead to Sekou Jallow, who controls far side. He brings it at the top of the key to reset the offense. He's guarded by Patton. Rotates over far side for Sims. Sims now in the corner for Jallow. Down low it goes for Farrell. He kicks it back out. Thought about the three was Truesdale rotating around. Now Jallow, baseline, got it.
Passed by Sekou Jallow.
Mayberry brings it back the other way. He's defended by Jallow in the backcourt. Looks over, top of the key for Jensen. Jensen looking for Patton. Patton now within the lane into the paint. Throws up a wild layup, no good. Rebound is controlled down there by Basie. Back the other way, very quickly come the Cougars. Throwing it up, couldn't get the basket, but got the foul, was Farrell. We'll see who they call the foul on. It's on Nathan Mills, his first, team second. First free throw, no good, off back iron for Farrell. On the season, as Farrell misses the second one off back iron too. Jensen with the rebound. Farrell on the season is 5 of 7 at the line. As Mayberry brings it back the other way for the Quakers. Lost the handle, regains it. Still has his dribble. Now will drive in the lane. Kicks it over to Mills. Baseline. Foul is going to be whistled down low. Looks like it'll be on Bloomington North. It's on Jallo. That's his first. If you can get him on in foul trouble, that'd be good news for the Quakers. We talked about he's one of their leading scorers. Jensen, nice entry pass to Mills right off the inbounds underneath his own basket for 2. That's Mills' first 2 points, the Quakers' first 2 points on the night. Jallo brings it back the other way, looks for Farrell, far side. Now goes baseline. Kicking it around down there is Tabasi. Back out top for Farrell. It's no good. Nice ups for Farrell, but he couldn't control it on the rebound. And Mayberry comes away with it. Mayberry looks far side for Patton. Patton controls far side, looks to drive baseline, puts up a wild layup. Had room to pass it, but didn't realize it. Sims back the other way, throws it up, no good. Patton fights for the rebound and throws it away. Mayberry has it in the open court. Doesn't have numbers, but puts it up at the free throw line. No good off the back iron. It's rebounded down there by Sims. Sims gets it at the basey and comes back the other way. Nice up and under move, but no good on it was Jallo. And I believe it'll be an offensive foul on the rebound attempt. The foul is going to go on Farrell. That's his first, team's third. Mark Dahm and also Nichols in for the Quakers. Jacob Treadway comes in and to give Basie a break for the Cougars. Dom inbounds, kicks it to Nichols. He's guarded by Jallo. Nice crossover dribble in the backcourt. Gets it ahead to Patton. Nice handoff to Mills. He puts it on the deck, throws up a shot, and gets it to go. Defense did not matter for Mills on that one. Back the other way come the Cougars. Inside it goes to Sims. He throws it back out to Treadway. Treadway resets the offense. Now in right corner for a three-point attempt. That's nothing but the bottom of the barrel for Sims. Back the other way. Nichols controls, finds Dom. Now Max Kurkowski 3. Too strong. Rebound down there by Farrell. Hood clears the glass, and now we come back the other way. Thought about the 3. Now kicks it back out. That's Truesdale. Inside it goes to Farrell, who gets it to go off glass. Nichols will bring it back the other way for the Quakers. Runs into Jallo in the backcourt. Controls it top of the key and resets the offense. Nichols will hand off to Kurkowski, who controls now. Looks to go far side. Lost the handle. Loses it in the backcourt, and there'll be an over and back. 7-4 is the score in favor of Bloomington North. 3:51 left to go in the first. Nathan Mills will check out for a quick breather. Patton comes back in. Treadway controls it. Looks over to the far side for Jallo on the wing. He'll quickly hand right back off to Treadway. Treadway controls it. Back over to Jallo, far side. Now into the corner for Sims. Back up top, Jallo looks to throw it in, but throws it completely off the backboard, and it's recovered by the Quakers. Patton back the other way, far side, spins into the paint, thought better of it, hands off to Dom. Dom almost lost the handle. He'll hand off to Nichols. Nichols now, far side. Lost the handle again. And it's stolen away. It'll be out of bounds. Last touched by Treadway, so possession will stay with the Quakers. Quakers thus far have not taken good care of the basketball, as they have had a couple of turnovers, as Ken Montgomery checks in for Bloomington North in place of Jallo to give him his first break. Dom to inbound. Lazy pass almost got picked off, but Maple will control it, who checked into the game. He'll hand off to Patton. Patton now into the paint, spins back out, and controls it up top to Nichols. Being called for the reach and found is Ken Montgomery. That's his first, team's fourth. Plainfield retains possession. Into the backcourt it goes for Nichols. Nichols is picked up by Montgomery in the backcourt, recrosses the timeline, and resets the offense. Nice feed into the painted area for Patton for a nice layup. Cougars like to push the basketball. Montgomery has it. Nice pass to the left corner for a three, up and in by Sims. That's his second three-pointer of the night. On the inbound, gets it into Patton, who lost the handle. It's stolen away, controlled by the Cougars. It'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Plainfield. Big news in the world of college football. Mack Brown is to resign as Texas head coach. Brown's 158-47 in 16 seasons with the Longhorns. He'll coach them in the Alamo Bowl versus Oregon. Treadway to inbounds, gets it right back. Corner three, no good. Rebound down low by Jensen. Being called for the foul down there is Jay Strunsky. His first, team's fifth. Mayberry back in for the Quakers, as well as Nathan Mills. Inbound goes to Maple, and eventually works its way to Patton. Or check that, Mark Dahm. Mark Dahm loses the handle, and coming up with it, and going coast to coast is Montgomery. So full court pressure paying dividends right now for the Cougars against the Quakers. Jensen has it on the inbounds, looking, and finally gets it to Mayberry. Mayberry ahead now to Dahm. Dahm finds Jensen. Defensive pressure applied. Jensen puts it on the deck, looking for someplace to go with it. Finally gets it over to Maple. Maple drives baseline. Nice layup off glass. Double clutching it to get it to go. 12-8 lead now for the Cougars. Back the other way. Montgomery controls far side. Rainbow pass to the other side for Jastrzymski. Inside pass to Basie, and a whistle is called. Let's see what the foul is.
Fouls on Jacob Maple, his first foul.
Fouls on Maple, his first, team's third. Jallo back into the game. He'll be the inbound man for the Cougars. Nice inside feed. Can't get it to go is Basie, and it's rebounded down low by Mills, who brings it out. Looks for Mayberry in the backcourt. Mayberry looks to push, and now we'll slow it down. He controls far side, looks to use Nathan Mills as a screener. And being called for the blocking foul is Montgomery, so he picks up a quick second.
Fouls on Ken Montgomery, his second foul, team foul number 6.
And he'll be replaced by Grant Sims. Krakowski back in to give Jensen a break. So on the floor for the Quakers, Mayberry, Krakowski, Mills, Maple. Krakowski now into the painted area, and foul before the shot.
Fouls on Grant Sims, his first foul, team foul.
Foul will be on Sims. That's his first, team seventh. Quakers now in the bonus for the 1-and-1.
Number 21, Adam Sauer. At the line shooting one of the bonus, Max Krakowski.
Krakowski's free throw up and in. Krakowski coming into the game is shooting 3 of 5 at the line and gets both of them. Quakers now trail only by 2 as Patton comes in for Krakowski. Jallo will control it for the Cougars. Jallo crosses the timeline, looks over far side for Truesdale. Back to Jallo. He'll hand off to Sims. Sims, nice up and under move, gets it to go off glass.
Basket by Grant Sims.
Back the other way quickly come the Quakers. Patton has it, slips on the floor, has it bounce off his foot. It's picked up by Sims. Sims with Jallo. Jallo, defense collapses, kicks it out. Three from the top of the key from Truesdale's no good. But Jallo stays with it and gets it to go back in off the putback. Back the other way, Mark Dahm brings it for the Quakers. He'll hand off to Mayberry at the top of the key to reset the offense. 20 seconds left to go in the first. Quakers trail by 6. Mayberry taking his time, setting up the offense. Screen down low. Mayberry looks to push, drives baseline against Jallo, looks to throw it off against him, and does. 3 seconds now on the clock as Kurkowski will check into the game for Patton. Dahm on the inbound, finds Mayberry, has to put it up, 3-point attempt, nothing but the bottom of the barrel. What a great shot to end the quarter for the Quakers. Mayberry coming into the game wasn't exactly lights out from the three. Let's see, he was only 1 of 3, so he's now 2 of 4 on this season. So that'll up the percentage a little bit for Mayberry. That's a nice way to end the first. Foul situation is really in favor of Plainfield as they have they've gotten Bloomington North in the bonus. So be a good chance for them to get to the free throw line in the second. Try and get some easy points on the board as they find themselves still down 3 after the first. And they also have to come up for an answer with, we talked about Sims and Jallo in the pregame, but Sims has hit 2 threes in the first for an easy 8 points because he has 8 on the night with another 2. So they got to come up with an answer to keep him off the 3-point line and try and maybe force him to drive. To start the second for the Quakers, Jensen, Mills, Kurkowski, Mayberry, and Dahm. Mayberry controls, top of the key, looks for Kurkowski on the cut, throws it away. So possession will go back to the Cougars. Jallo will control. Crossing the 10-second line. He's picked up by Dahm at the top of the key. Rotates over right side for Souter. Souter looks in the paint. Can't find anything. Kicks it back up top to Truesdale. Jallo now to Sims. Back to Jallo. Jallo thought about the 3. Kicks it over left corner. Back up top. Jallo 3. Nail. Oh. Gets it to. Does not. Rolls out. But right there for the putback is Basie. Cougars extend their lead. Mayberry controls, back the other way. Foul whistled down low. Will be a holding foul on Souter. That's his first, team's 8th, so that'll result in free throws.
Fouls on Adam Souter's first, team foul number 8.
So Dahm will go to the line for the 2 and 2.
For the Quakers, number 33, Jacob Maple.
On the year, Dahm is yet to try a free throw. Actually, through 2 games, Dahm has yet to score a basket. Refs talking about something. Something to do with the attire, it looks like, of Farrell. They get it adjusted. So Dahm goes to the line for a chance to get his first buckets of the season. That one clings off the front of the rim. Rebound's picked up by Mayberry. Mayberry controls against Sims on the far side. Looks to drive it in the paint. Kicks it out for Dahm, who picks it up. Kicks it back to Mayberry. Mayberry controls. Finds Kurkowski on the left wing. Looks to use Mills. Inbound goes to Mills. He gets to go off glass. Mills now with 6. Sims quickly back the other way for the Cougars. Can't get that one to go. Maple controls the rebound. Quakers come back the other way. Mayberry for a 2 off the screen. No good. And being whistled for the foul down low is going to be on Maple. That's his second. Team's 4th. Maple went over the back. So Jensen will come in to prevent the 3rd foul on Maple. Quakers trail by 3, 6:34 left to go in the second. Jallo controls for the Cougars. Over to the left side for Basie. Back up top to Jallo. Now right side for Truesdale. Back up top, Jallo drives into the paint, kicks it baseline for a 2. That's nothing but the bottom of the barrel as he nailed it. Was Farrell. That's his second bucket of the night. Mayberry will bring it back up against Jallo. Cross the timeline, almost had his back heel go back over into the backcourt. And being whistled for the foul and overplaying was Farrell. That'll be his second.
Fouls on Caleb Farrell, his second foul. Team foul number 9. In the game, the Quakers number 15, Howard Nichols. And for North, number 15, Holden Jastrzemski. Mark Dom at the line shooting.
Jastrzemski will check back in to replace Farrell, who picked up his second. So going back to the line is Dom. The first free throw is up and in. Dom's second free throw is also up and in. Dom now with 2 points on the night. Jallo will bring it back the other way for the Cougars, crossing the timeline, and will reset the offense. Now over the left side for Sims, back up top for Truesdale. Now back over to Jallo, right side. Cross-court pass, Sims, 3, left corner, no good off front iron. Rebound is kicked back out to Jallo. Now Jastrzemski controls it, finds Jallo. Back over to Jastrzemski. Jastrzemski goes baseline, throws it up, but will be fouled down low. Believe the foul will be on Sims, or check that, Mills, which should be his second. And it is.
Mills, his second foul, team foul number 5. At the line shooting 2, Holden Jastrzemski.
So Quakers find themselves down 3 as Jastrzemski goes to the line. On the year, he's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Now make that 2 of 4 as he misses the first. Second free throw from Jastrzemski is good. Patton to inbound. Patton gets it into Nichols. Nichols guarded closely by Jallo. Spin move, brings it up, pressure comes. Backs away, gets it over the timeline, and will reset the offense. Looks over right corner for Jensen. Jensen kicks it up to Kurkowski. Kurkowski now over to Patton, almost had to dribble off his foot, goes into the painted area and gets it up and off glass. Patton now with 4. Cougars back the other way, ball watching, as going to the bucket is Sims for another 2 points. And he was fouled on the lay-in attempt. Fouls on Kurkowski. That's his first. Team 6. Sims on the year. 17 of 20 at the line. And he gets that one to go. 5 minutes to go in the second. Quakers find themselves down 19-24. Nichols controls. Hands off Kurkowski. Kurkowski back over to Nichols. Nichols will hand off to Patton, far side. Patton back up top to Dom. Dom rotates over right side for Nichols. Nichols looks to use the Jensen screen, kicks to Kurkowski, extra pass, Dom, corner, no good, too short. And throwing it away, trying to outlet the ball to Jallo with Sims. So possession will stay with the Quakers.
In the game, the Quakers 10, Keegan Motter.
Motter checks in for his first action of the night to give Dom a break. Nichols will inbound. Finds Motter in the backcourt. Motter's picked up by Jastrzemski as he crosses the half-court line. Brings it over near side and will find Nichols. Nichols picked up by Jallo. Kicks it back up top to Patton. Patton, top of the key, drives in. Hand off to Motter. Motter back up top. Three-pointer on the way. Nailing it is Nichols. Good ball movement there from the Quakers. Jallo brings it back the other way. He controls the top of the key, finds Truesdale right side. Now Sims drives baseline. He'll hand off to Jastrzemski. Now back up top. Jallo controls it. Jallo, right side. Truesdale, three. Good.
3-point basket, Tyler Truesdale.
Bloomington North with its third three-point basket in the first half. Lead 27-22, 3:32 left to go in the second. Patton controls top of the key, finds Kukowski. Kukowski puts it on the deck, finds Jensen in down low. He can't get it to go. Jensen gets the rebound, but being hammered down there was Basie. So that'll be Basie's second. And Jensen will go to the line for a chance to put himself on the board for the first time tonight. And he gets the first one to go. Jensen on the year, now 5 of 9 at the free throw line. As he gets set for his second free throw attempt. He gets that one to go as well. 2 of 2 at the line for Jensen. Coming back the other way is Treadway. Treadway finds Jastrzemski. Back up top, Treadway. Back over to Jastrzemski. Now over left side for Basie. Jastrzemski back up top. Now to Treadway. Back over to Jastrzemski. Ball fakes. Back up top. Treadway. Treadway spins. Looks over right side for Truesdale. Now into the painted area for Sims. And spin move against Dom. Gets it to go off glass. Back the other way come the Quakers. Nice crossover dribble into the paint. Kicks it back out to Patton. Does Nichols. Patton controls. Will hand off to Jensen. Jensen back over near side for Nichols. Nichols almost crosses in the backcourt again with his back foot. Now Dom controls. Kurkowski's driving against Sims, who is whistled for the blocking foul. That's Sims' second free throw, so continuing in the foul situation is Bloomington North as Kurkowski gets set to go to the line. It's 2 of 2 there tonight. Chance to cut into this 24-29 lead for Kurkowski before the half. First free throw is good.
Into the game for North, number 12, J.U. Jallo. And for the Quakers, number 3, James Mayberry.
Mayberry checks into the game. So on the floor, Patton, Mayberry, Kurkowski, Jensen, and Dom. Jallo now into the painted area, finds Jasinski, fighting for the rebound. Kurkowski comes up with it. Kurkowski finds Mayberry. Mayberry with a lane. Mayberry looks to drive, and being tied up, it'll be a jump ball. Possession will go back to the Cougars. Basie inbounds, gets it to Treadway. Crossing the painted logo. Treadway resets the offense. Looks over the near side for Jallo. Free throw line extended. He trips, throws the ball away. It'll be out of bounds. Plainfield basketball. Full court pressure once again being applied, getting it into Kurkowski's Dom. Kurkowski against Jallo. And being whistled for the blocking foul is Jallo. Tried taking the charge.
Fouls on Jacob Jallo, his second foul.
That's Jallo's second foul, so once again the foul situation continues to pile up. For Bloomington North as Kurkowski goes back to the line. Gets that one to go. Now a perfect 5 of 5 on the night is Kurkowski. 3-point deficit for the Quakers. Laffoon checks into the game to replace Jallo to not pick up his third foul. Kurkowski gets the second to go. Treadway brings it back the other way, crossing the logo for the Cougars. Looks over far side for Laffoon, back up top to Treadway. Treadway into the painted area, stolen away. Jensen controls. Minute 24 left to go in the second. Mayberry will work in the backcourt against Treadway. Mayberry pushes ahead and will reset the offense. Mayberry uses a Jensen screen, throws it up. Jensen controls, finds Kurkowski free, near side, too strong. Jensen on the rebound. Jensen will kick it out to Kurkowski. Now Mayberry has it. Dom into the painted area. And coming up with its Patton. Now Mayberry will get to go off glass. 46 seconds left on the clock. Tied ball game, 29-all. Treadway controls. He'll be picked up by Mayberry. Looks like they will play for the last possession. Patton picks up a foul.
At the line shooting one in the bonus is Tyler Truesdale.
Truesdale and him got into it on the far side. That's Patton's first foul. Truesdale will go to the line. Not yet been there tonight. And gets that one to go. On the year, he's now 4 of 5. The second one from Truesdale is also good. Patton controls it. Check that. That's Motter in the backcourt. He controls. Guarded by Laffoon. Motter uses a Jensen screen. Finds Jensen in the painted area. Kurkowski three, right corner, nailing it. And the free throw, the half-court shot, no good to end the first half. Kurkowski with the big three to end the first half to give the Quakers a 1-point lead going into halftime. We'll take a quick timeout and then get set for the second half. You're listening to AudioSportsOnline.com coverage of Plainfield Quaker High School basketball. welcome back to AudioSportsOnline.net coverage of Plainfield High School basketball. This is JP Sinclair. Happy to be with you on a Saturday night. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first half statistics brought to you by Plainfield Self-Storage, located on North Carr Road. They feature 24-hour access and lighted secure storage. Plainfield Self-Storage office hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 until 5. You can stop in or call 838-7027 for more information. Jensen Tools and More, the Backyard Place, located just 1 mile north of Heartland Crossing on Highway 67 in Canby. They have everything for all your swimming pool needs, from above-ground pools to in-ground pools. Jensen sells and installs them all. And during the winter months, they offer mattresses direct from the factory of King Coil, a leading manufacturer of American-made mattresses. Queen sets starting at $329, king sets starting at $429. Guaranteed lowest prices around. Jensen Pools are located at 7302 South Kentucky Avenue in Canby, or you can visit them online at jensenpools.com. Let's go and take a look at Bloomington North in the first half. They were led by Grant Sims, who was dominant for them, particularly from beyond the arc. He had 2 3-pointers to pace them with 13 points total in the first half. Bringing up the second place for them was Truesdale, who also hit a 3. He has 5. Both Jallo and Caleb Farrell chipped in 4 points. And then 2 apiece from Montgomery and Basie, and then Jastrzemski had 1. It'll be very interesting seeing how the second half goes, particularly from Jallo. You held him to 4 points in the first half, which is a very nice margin, but this is a team, Jallo, this is a guy that's averaging 16 points thus far on the year per game. So it'll be interesting to see if the Quakers can hold him down on that point total. For Plainfield, their leading scorer in the first half was Max Kurkowski, who hit a 3 and was 6 of 6 from the free throw line for 9 points. Nathan Mills had 6. Also chipping in on the action is Garrett Patton with 4. James Mayberry had 5. Nichols with a 3 in the first half. Mark Dom got his first points of the season, both of them coming from the free throw line. Maple also had 2, and Bobby Jensen had 2. The Quakers did a very nice job of getting the Cougars in foul trouble in the first half, and that might come into play as this game continues to go on. And that was pretty big key, is the Quakers got to the free throw line multiple times in the first half. They got to the line, let's see here, 11 times in the first half and converting 10 of those times. Vice versa for Bloomington North. They got to the line 6 times, converting on 4. We didn't talk about the head coach situation for both these teams. Plainfield is coached by Andy Weaver, and Bloomington North is coached by Andrew Hodson. So 1 point lead for the Quakers that really came off of the last second 3 by Kurkowski. We talked about it in the pregame. This is 2 teams that match up very even. So it'll be interesting, like I talked about, going into the second half. I don't expect, I kind of expect Sekou Jallo to come out of the gates firing. Like I said, only 4 points for him. He's one of the leading scorers on this team. Thus far been quiet tonight. Hopefully Plainfield can keep him that way. But offensively for Plainfield, they have got to be able to take control of the ball. They had multiple turnovers in the first half, and they really, really need to take better care of the ball and try and execute better offensively and not give easy possessions away. I imagine the starters for both teams will be back on the floor. We'll have find out here in just a second. On the floor for Bloomington North, Grant Sims, Sekou Jallo, Tyler Truesdell, Connor Basie, and Caleb Farrell. So starters all on the floor for Bloomington North. And same starters appear on the court for Plainfield. Jensen, Mayberry, Mills, Patton, and Kurkowski. Plainfield gets possession to start the third quarter. Jensen will inbound. Goes into the backcourt to Mayberry. Mayberry will be picked up by Jallo as he crosses the logo. Uses a Kurkowski screen to go right. Back up top. Kurkowski 3 on its way. Rattles up and finally rattles down. Back the other way very quickly. Jallo has it. Looks over right side for Sims. Back up top, Jallo. Now rotates it over to Truesdale. Jallo up top. Looks to reset. Jallo over left side for Truesdale. Corner to Sims. Back up top. Free throw line extended jumper. No good from Jallo. Rebound is recovered down low by Basie. Sims back the other way will be hammered by Mills. That'll be his third.
Fouls on Nathan Mills, his third foul, team foul number 1 in the second half. At the line shooting 2, Grant Sims.
At the line shooting 2, as that's the first free throw of the second half on Plainfield. That free throw no good by Sims. Makes him 1 of 2 on the night. As Jensen and Mills will check out of the game in place of Dom and Maple. Second free throw from Sims is up and in. Maple will inbound to Mayberry. Mayberry guarding the backcourt by Jallo. Mayberry sprints ahead, looks over right side, corner 3 from Kurkowski. Can't get that one to go. Rebound and put back, no good by Patton. Patton still fighting down there for the rebound. He will have it last out of bounds. So possession will go back to the Cougars. Jallo will work it back the other way for the Cougars. Looks to bring it over far side into the painted area for Sims. Back up top to Basie in the right corner. Back to Sims. Sims no good on the free throw. Foul whistle down low on Patton. That is Patton's second. Team second.
Team foul number 2. At the line shooting 2, Grant Sims.
Sims' first free throw rattles in. Back at the line for the 5th time tonight. And gets that one to go. Dom to inbound. Finds Kurkowski. Almost loses the handle. And does, out of bounds. Jallo to inbound. Looking for Sims. Finds him at the top of the key. He'll be guarded closely by Maple. Goes left, kicks it out. Truesdale 3. Nailed it.
3-point basket, Tyler Truesdale.
That's Truesdale's second 3 on the night. Dom to inbound. And will be a 5-second penalty. So full court pressure once again giving the Quakers fits. Jallo to inbound. Gets it into Truesdale. He looks to go up strong. Kicks it back out. Right side, now baseline Sims. Corner through. Nope. Long 2.
Basket by Grant Sims.
But still good. And Sims continues to light the Quakers up. Patton now has it. Half-court trap comes. And calling the timeout is Weaver, and he is not happy with Mayberry. So full timeout called as the Quakers have found themselves in a little bit of trouble here. They have 2 quick fouls here to start the third quarter and have had trouble getting the ball past the half-court stripe. Only one decent offensive possession for the Quakers coming out of halftime, and that was the opening Kurkowski 3. Sims has been very, very good for Bloomington North as his point total continues to go up. Now with 18 on the night. He's accounted for almost half of the Cougars' point total. Patton gets it on the inbound. Guarded closely by Farrell. Looks to go up strong with it. Finds Dom off glass from the baseline. Jallo to bring it back the other way for the Cougars. Looks over on the wing for Truesdale. Back up top to Jallo. Back over to Truesdale. Jallo had a wide open three. Drives into the paint and puts it up for a long two. Nichols on the floor now for Plainfield. He's picked up by Jallo. Now Patton controls near side. Back up top to Nichols. Uses a Kurkowski screen. And Nichols almost had it stolen away. But it'll be a foul on a reach-in on Jallo. That's his third. So he'll have to check out of the game, and Montgomery will come in to replace him. Mills back into the game for Plainfield. Interesting to see how he plays with the 3 fouls. Nichols had it. It'll be knocked out of bounds on the inbound. So possession stays with Plainfield. Dom to inbound. Gets it into Kurkowski. Puts up a wild shot baseline. No good. And it'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Farrell. Dom on the inbound looking for Nichols. Gets it into Sims, but there'll be a foul whistle down low. Overplaying was Montgomery. That'll be his third. The point guard situation is getting a little bit interesting now for Bloomington North as Treadway checks in to replace Montgomery, who had just came in for Jallo. Dom on the inbound, puts it up for Jensen. Jensen rotates it over to Nichols at the top of the key. Nichols is picked up by Treadway, and he'll reset the offense. Finds Dom, left side, back up top to the key to Kurkowski. Kurkowski is whistled for an offensive foul. I'm going to say he pushed off. Or check that. They called the foul on Bobby Jensen. So it's Jensen's second, team's third. Truesdale has it. Looks over into the corner for Sims. Back up top. Truesdale 3. Got it. He's had 3 3-pointers now. Kurkowski gets it on the inbound. Rotates over to Sims. Or excuse me, Nathan Mills. Mills loses it. Back to Sims. And Sims puts it up for 2. Bloomington North starting to pull away now. 46-37 is the score. And Andy Weaver is not happy with the execution of his team, and you really can't blame him because thus far in the second half, the execution has been lackluster from the Plainfield Quakers. They have struggled getting the ball past that. The full court and half court trap pressure by Bloomington North. Take a quick timeout and get reset to bring you the rest of the third quarter. You're listening to AudioSportsOnline.com coverage. Or check that, we'll stay right here. This is only a 20-second timeout. Plainfield just doesn't seem to be playing with a lot of energy. Even coming out of that timeout, they tried getting the huddle together to put their hands in, and Warney just didn't have the energy to do that. Sprinting ahead is Mark Dom, who loses it out of bounds, and he goes into the bleachers hard. Possession will go back to Plainfield. Can't imagine that's the play that Coach Weaver drew up. Mayberry will check in and place a Nichols. Treadway plays it on the inbounds for the Cougars. who lead by 9. Into the paint it goes. Now Sim controls the baseline. Jumper no good by Farrell. And the loose ball foul is on Treadway. That's his first.
On Jacob Treadway, his first foul,
Team's third. Jensen inbound. Mayberry will control it underneath the opponent's basket. And half-court trap comes. Mayberry evades, gets it ahead to Mills. Mills looks over for Jensen, far side. Back to Mayberry. Mayberry drives baseline, puts up a layup, and gets it to go. Treadway back the other way for the Cougars. He's guarded by Kurkowski. Switched by Dom. Now over to the left side for Farrell. Farrell drives against Jensen, finds Bays back up top for an air ball 3 by Treadway. Mills gets the rebound, will hand off to Mayberry, who brings it back the other way for the Quakers. He's guarded very closely by Treadway. Looks to drive into the lane. Looks to go up strong with it, gets it to go. Hit the floor awkwardly, though, does Mayberry.
Fouls on Jacob Treadway, his second foul, team foul number 4.
Looks to be okay, though.
At the line shooting 2, James Mayberry.
And Mayberry will go to the free throw line. He has not been there thus far tonight. On the season, he is 3 of 5 at the free throw line. Gets that one to go.
In the game for North, number 15, Poland
Jastrzymski checks into the game to replace Bays. Mayberry back at the line for a second free throw. Gets that one to go. Treadway brings it back the other way for the Cougars. There's a screen to go right. Kicks it back up top to Trzynski. Back over to Treadway. Now rotates it over. Trzynski, free throw line extended jumper, no good. Dom fights for the rebound. Controlled to the Mills. And being whistled for the foul down low was Truesdale.
Fouls on Willard Jastrzymski, his second
Or check
foul,
that. They
team
called
foul
on
number
Jastrzymski.
5.
That's his second. Team's 5th. Jensen inbound. Finds Mayberry. Mayberry works against Treadway. Crossover dribble into the paint. Looks to go up strong. No good. Rebound. Sky high is Farrell. Foul whistle down low on Mayberry for reaching in. That's Mayberry's first, team's 4th. Five-point game in favor of Bloomington North. 2:39 left to go in the third. Treadway plays it. Looks to drive into the paint. Kicks it out. Thinking about the 3 was Farrell. He drives in the paint now and throws it out to nobody. So possession will go back to Plainfield. Farrell finds himself at the the 3-point line multiple times a game, but doesn't seem to have that range. Mayberry now controls it, top of the key for the Quakers. Looks to use a Jensen screen, drives into the paint, hands off to Jensen, now back out top to Kurkowski. Kurkowski loses the dribble, and calling the timeout was head coach Weaver. They only have 3 timeouts left, which will be interesting when you look at the timeout situation going into the fourth quarter if it continues to be a tight game. So the Quakers down 5. The execution, particularly offensively, has been lackluster here in the second half for Plainfield, as we talked about. Mayberry seemed to be a little bit more aggressive, driving into the paint the last couple times. Defensively, though, the Quakers have held their own, except for with the lone exception of letting Sims go off, as we talked about. He has 18 here in the game thus far. Nobody even close to those point totals for Bloomington North. Reset the scene for you on this Saturday night at Plainfield High School. Students all in the student section wearing their Christmas apparel as they get set for the holiday season. Coming out of the timeout for the Quakers, Jensen, Mayberry, Kurkowski, Mills, and Dom. For Bloomington North, they counter with Sims, Jallo, Treadway, Farrell, and also Truesdale. Mayberry controls in the backcourt and works it to the top of the key. Looks to use a Jensen screen. Back over right side now for Dom. Dom kicks it up. Kurkowski fakes the three, dribbles into the paint, throws up the shot. No good. Being whistled for the blocking foul is going to be Sims. That'll be his third. Team foul number 6. One more foul will put them in the bonus for Plainfield. Dom to inbound. Finds Kurkowski. Kurkowski fading baseline. Gets it to go. Quickly back the other way. On a little bit of a finger roll was Truesdale. 48-43 is the score in favor of Bloomington North. Mayberry works it. Finds Dom on the right side. Looks for Jensen. It's stolen away. All alone is Farrell, and he goes up strong for the dunk.
Basket by Caleb Farrell.
Mayberry controls. Crosses the timeline. Uses a mill screen. Drives into the paint. Looks for somewhere to go with it. Finds Dom at the top of the key. Dom rotates it over to Kurkowski, right side. Kurkowski looking into Jensen. That's stolen away with ease by Farrell. Ill-advised pass there. Throwing it up on an alley-oop attempt was Bloomington North, but Plainfield now has numbers after that ill-advised attempt, and Mayberry gets a go off glass. 5-point deficit now for the Quakers. 38 seconds left to go in the third. Treadway finds Jallo, and they'll play for the last shot. $15 seconds. 11 seconds. 10 seconds. Jallo now makes move into the paint, kicks it out. Wide open three is good from Treadway. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Quakers down 45-53. We'll take a quick timeout and bring you the fourth quarter. You're listening to AudioSportsOnline.com coverage of Plainfield High School basketball. Welcome back to Plainfield High School. Reset the scene for you as we start the fourth quarter. The Quakers find themselves down 43-53, 45-53 to Bloomington North. To start the fourth quarter, Patton, Kurkowski, Mills, Mayberry, and Dom all on the floor for the Quakers. For Bloomington North, they have Treadway, Jallo, Farrell, Sims, and Truesdale. Jallo bringing it across the half-court stripe. and they look to really slow it down. Jallo puts a move on Patton and kicks it right back out. There's no 24-second shot clock in high school basketball. .7:30 left to go. Surprised to see these kind of tactics being used from Bloomington North. Half-court trap comes. Now Jallo has it. Back over to Sims. Back over to Jallo. There's playing monkey in the middle right now with Patton. Jallo drives into the painted area, finds Farrell. Back up top, Truesdale. Now Jallo, almost thrown away by Patton. Sims still controls. Back out top to Jallo. Jallo now into the paint, kicks it out. Truesdale 3, no good. Rebound is controlled by Sims. Now Farrell has it. Left corner, he looks to go up strong and dunks it. That was a nice move by Farrell into the paint. Bloomington North now leads 10 following the Farrell dunk. Mayberry controls, top of the key. Looking in for Mills. Mills misplays it, and it's controlled by Truesdale. Back the other way comes Bloomington North. Sims has it, corner 3, and kicks back up top to Jallo. Well, they'll slow it down once again. And by slow it, I mean molasses. That's the kind of offense being played right now by Bloomington North. Trying to drain as much of the clock as they can with a 10-point advantage. Sims against Kurkowski, looks to drive all the way to the basket and gets it to go. Plainfield has to play with a sense of urgency now as Mayberry brings it back the other way. Crossover dribble into the paint, throws up the floater and good. Jallo back the other way for Bloomington North. Drives into the paint and gets it to go, and the foul. Foul will be on Nathan Mills. That's his 4th. Chance to remake it a double-figure lead if he makes... Well, actually, he does not, excuse me. Has a chance to make it a 9-point game if he hits the 3-point attempt the conventional way. That one's no good. Too strong off the back iron. Mills stays in there with the 4 fouls and cleans the glass. Nichols back the other way for Plainfield. Now over to Patton. Back up top to Nichols. Looks over to Kurkowski. Over to Patton. And tried to get it into Mills, but it's stolen away. Sims controls it. 4:42 left to go on the clock. Sims guarded by Dom. Back out to Jallo. Jallo drives against Patton. Kicks it back up top to Treadway. Treadway, guarded by Kurkowski, drives in the paint, kicks it out to Farrell. Farrell now back up top for Truesdale. And Hodson will call a timeout for Bloomington North.
Timeout, Bloomington North, a full timeout.
.47-59 is our score. Plainfield trying to get back into the lead, but finding it very difficult with the offensive style right now being played by Bloomington North. So with 3:59, Plainfield will try and cut into the lead. They need to pick up the sense of urgency, particularly on the defensive end. Bloomington North at this point playing keep away and trying to walk away with the victory. On the floor for Plainfield, Dom, Kurkowski, Mills, Maple, and Nichols. Sims plays it in the backcourt, finds Jallo over right side. Almost on the way. Jallo recovers it, looks to go up strong with it. And he'll be fouled down low. Should be on Nichols. It is. That is Nichols' first, team 6. That'll send Jallo to the line. He has not been there tonight. Thus far on the season, he's 12 of 17 at the line. Make that 3 of 18, or 13 of 18 as he hits that one.
Also in number 3, James Mayberry.
13-point deficit now for Plainfield. 3:48 left to go. Jallo gets that one to go to extend the Bloomington North lead. Nichols brings it back the other way for Plainfield, rotates it over to the left side for Mayberry. Back over to Motter for deep 3. Can't get that one to go. Mayberry fighting down low for the rebound, but Sims comes up with it for Bloomington North. Rotates it over to Jallo, and I imagine they'll slow it down even more. Sims guarded closely by Mayberry. And they'll kick it back up top to Jallo. Jallo now into the paint, finds Farrell, left corner. Back up top to Truesdale. Back over to Sims. And being whistled for the fouls, Mayberry. That's Mayberry's second, team 7th.
At the line shooting one bonus, Grant Sims.
Sims already 4 or 5 at the free throw line tonight. Gets that one to go. Second free throw from Sims is also good. Mayberry controls the inbounds from Kurkowski. Works it at the top of the key. Right side for Nichols. Back up top to Mayberry. Now rotating it over to Motter. Back up top to Mayberry. Right side, Nichols. Back up top to Mayberry. Now into Mills, and they throw it away. Sims will take his time crossing the timeline. Into the paint. Kicks it over left corner for Farrell. Farrell back up top for Jallo. Jallo into the paint. And they're just playing keep away at this point and trying to run out as much of the clock as they possibly can. As we talked about, no 24-second in high school. And Mayberry will be whistled for a foul. Blocking. That'll send Sims back to the line. It's Mayberry's third foul. Team's 8th. Sims 6 of 7 on the night at the free throw line.
In the game for your Quakers, number 44, Bobby Jensen.
Sims' second free throw is also up and in. Plainfield brings it back the other way. Krakowski, quick three, right side. No, pretty much airballed it. Jensen fights for the rebound, comes up with it. Now a three, tried to go off glass, was Motter. And Bloomington North controls the rebound.
Timeout, Bloomington North.
And Bloomington North will call a timeout. Imagine try and clear the benches. Try and get some run time for some of the players that typically don't get much action. 65-47 is the score. 1:38 left to go in this one. Actually, most of the same players on the court, with the exception of Bloomington North. They do have a couple of subs now into the game. But Sims and Jallow really playing the two-man game. Half-court trap comes. Jallow evades it, finds Montgomery for an easy two. Check that. That's not Montgomery. That's Malik Laffoon. Back the other way. Mayberry for a long three. No good. Rebounded by Truesdale. They'll hand off to Sims to bring it back up. 49 seconds left on the clock. You know, I never made the high school basketball team, but believe me, if I did, if I found myself as open as Treadway just did, I don't know how you don't take the three. It's almost instinct, at least for me, even playing pickup basketball, find myself that wide open to put it up. As they will drain the clock, and Bloomington North will come away with a 20-point victory, 67-47. So that'll do it for this one, as the Fat Lady has not yet sung, but in 10 seconds it will. Let's go ahead and recap the game for you. It was a very tough loss, as coming out at halftime, the offensive execution just was not there for Plainfield, and Bloomington North continued to play their brand of basketball, and they came away with the victory, 67-47. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final statistics, which are brought to you by Plainfield Self-Storage. They are located on North Carr Road. They feature 24-hour access and lighted secure storage. Plainfield Self-Storage office hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 until 5. You can stop in and call 838-7027 for more information. Jensen Pools & More, the Backyard Place, located just 1 mile north of Heartland Crossing on Highway 67 in Canby. They have everything for all your swimming pool needs, from above-ground pools to in-ground pools. Jensen sells and installs them all. And during the winter months, they offer mattresses direct from the factory of King Coil, leading manufacturer of American-made mattresses. Queen sets starting at $329, king sets starting at $429. Guaranteed lowest prices around. Jensen Pools is located at 7302 South Kentucky Avenue in Canby, or you can visit them online at jensenpools.com. Final statistics. Bloomington North was led by the 26 points of Grant Sims, who had it going pretty much all night long for the Cougars. Also tallying 11 for them was Jallow. Those are the two leading scorers for them. Truesdale also hit 3 3-pointers in the game to bring his total to 13. A couple of other players chipped in with
wide array. Laffoon had 2 near the end, Montgomery with 2, Treadway with 3. With 1 was Jastrzynski. Farrell had 8, including a major dunk, and Basie had 2. For Plainfield, they were led in scoring on the efforts of Max Kukowski, who had 14 in this one. Also, Mayberry had an extremely solid game. He had 14 of his own. Nathan Mills chipped in 6. Patton had 4. Nichols with 3. Mark Domfinch with 4 points. And Maple and Jensen each had 2. Those are the final statistics, as Plainfield will now drop to 1-2 on the year. Bloomington North advances to 3-2. For Plainfield, they'll be back in action December 21st against in-county foe Danville. That game tips at 7:30 p.m. We'll have it right here live on AudioSportsOnline.com. Again, that game is December 21st at 7:30 p.m. This has been the post-game show on AudioSportsOnline.com. Thank you for joining us today. It's certainly been our pleasure to be inviting you to your Saturday evening. Thank you to Plainfield High School and Athletic Director Dana Green for hosting us here tonight. Again, the final score in favor of Bloomington North, 67-47. I'm J.P. Sinclair. Have a great weekend.